is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of the records and we rank them from worst to best, and we give our biggest banger, stinker from each of them. We try to have a good time doing it. My name is Tyler, and way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And normally, we're bringing this bit back. We're bringing it back. We are doing the 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge, and that's where we connect the band of the week to our boy Tom DeLonge in Blink-182. So let's start with that. What do you got this week? 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge. Go.
Let's start with yours because you finally did your homework for once. It's like high school all over again.
You decided to spring this back on me like last week, so I definitely wasn't prepared. So I came prepared this week. So we start with Gil Norton, producer extraordinaire, Gil Norton, who produced the Killing Time record from Bayside. He also produced Jimmy World's Futures record. Mark Trombino, another producer, produced another Jimmy World record, 2 Jimmy World records, or 3 Jimmy World records. And also, Mark Trombino produced Dude Ranch from Blink-182. Oh. So there you go. Bayside to Tom DeLonge. There you go. Easy peasy.
Yeah, when we talked about like how easy, you had an easy one. I had an easy one. I thought you were going to go like even easier because Anthony Ranieri was featured vocalist on a Say Anything record in defense of the genre. And as we know, Tom DeLonge was also featured on a different Say Anything record, Hebrews, as one of the few and far in between guest vocal that he's lent himself to. But also like Anthony Ranieri's been on All Time Low, right, with Alex Gaskarth. Mm-hmm. And Alex Gaskarth was also involved in a very... very unique, very good side project with one Mark Hoppus.
Don't say unique.
Very unique.
There was nothing unique about it.
Very ambitious side project. So, yeah.
Said nobody. Yeah.
That's right. I thought you were going with the Say Anything route because that was just like a two-step. No. But, no, good. Good for you.
Producer route. I think producer route and Josh Freese route are the easiest routes to go.
That is true.
So.
That is true.
There you go. Let's get into the Bayside rankings, worst to best, biggest banger, stinker from each of them. They have 9 records, and that's what we ranked. We didn't do any of the EPs, nothing like that. Just the 9 albums, full lengths. So what do you got for number 9, the worst Bayside record? Go.
Colt.
There you go.
COLT, Colt. Bayside is a cult. There's their 6th record.
Okay.
2014. Because that's like their big thing is like it's a cult and Bayside's a cult and their fans are in a cult and it's a tongue-in-cheek thing. But Cult is their 6th record, 2014. This came out at like the height of my personal interest in Bayside, so I was very, very excited for this record. And this was like the first record I listened to as it came out for Bayside. Like Killing Time was already out. This was the first one that was like me, like now I'm getting into this, and I was like, "Fuck, man, this is disappointing." This is I don't think it's a bad record. I don't think they have any bad records, to be honest. I just think this is a boring rehash of Killing Time. Like nothing is new here. Nothing is inventive here. It's just the same kind of like middle ground stuff that we heard on Killing Time, but without any of the dynamic, without any of the fun that brought us to like where Killing Time is at. Because like it took a while to get to where Killing Time is at, and then it kind of like went off from there. Also, this is a filler record through and through. Through and fucking through.
Okay. I will say this has been my first go around with Bayside, so all of these records are the first time I've ever heard any of them ever in their entirety. I've heard songs here and there thrown out, but never a full record. So with that being said, my number 9. Oh wait, what'd you say your stinker was?
My best song was Objectivist on Fire. It's a slower ballad kind of chuggy song, but it's fucking catchy. I just wish there wasn't so much like arrangement and dumb bullshit on that, but it's still a great fucking song. Transitive Property. I just felt bored and I wanted the song to end. Really, a lot of my stinkers, they're not like stinkers. It's just I really do like this band, and I don't think they've made a stinker of a song, nor do I think they made a bad album. But they have made a lot of things where I can understand where people on the outside are like, oh yeah, that sounds exactly the same as this.
Yeah. So my number 9 then is The Walking Wounded, their third record from 2007.
Crazy.
third album from 2007, and
That's wild.
yeah,
You're a wild
I mean
boy.
this record is just fucking boring, man. It's just boring. It lacks any sort of energy. There's nothing really memorable, melody wise on this record. I don't think the guitar playing has come into its own on this record. I think this is a transition for the band. Not to say stuff after this is fantastic, but this is a transition from the more straightforward punk emo stuff into more mid-tempo, slower, not ballads, but just mid-tempo songs. That's what this is, and it's to me it's very, very lackluster. There's some cool drumming here and there, a couple cool guitar solos, but nothing that kind of blew me away. This is also the first album with new drummer Chris Guglielmo. I don't know how to pronounce their names. They all have weird fucking names. So yeah, I don't know. The banger is The Walking Wounded, Stinker,
Banger
Landing
song.
Feet First, Slower Jam. Just it has a very Weezer-esque kind of feel to it, but honestly, it's just straight boring. And they have a lot of Weezer sounding songs. But yeah, this album, I didn't care. I kept thinking like, if this, like most bands don't get better after their third record, they'll usually stay the same or just get worse. And I was just, luckily that wasn't the case for this band. They got a lot better after this record. Cause yeah, this third record is just,
Damn,
man,
that's
The Walking Wounded,
crazy.
man.
It's like a fan
Did
favorite
not,
too.
I know. And a couple of these records, I felt kind of bad, like ranking them so low because I know fans love
damn.
some of these records so much.
If you put their self-title low, and then if you put self-title low and then Sirens higher, then I'm gonna be mad. I'm not that mad right now because I don't have a lot of nostalgia with it, but I'm a little upset.
Okay, and also, if people are listening, I have no nostalgia with this band. This is my first run through again, so take it for what it is. So, what do you got for number 8? Go.
So number 8, Vacancy. Because I've been dead all day. Vacancy. This one's cool. I guess interesting. Anthony split from another marriage and was essentially living in a hotel with his daughter. Actually, the hotel on the cover is the hotel he was living at the time. Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. I don't know. Remember what it was.
Pitbull.
So it's pretty fucking earnest. It's pretty earnest. It's sad. It's depressing, but it's also very like upbeat in tone a lot of the time. So I dig the contrast. Like I dig the idea that he still kind of like sees the light at the end of the tunnel, but right now I'm kind of fucked up and I'm really sad. And it's also one of those records where he definitely sounds like Josh from the Smoking Popes. Like you hear a lot of Weezer. I hear Weezer only kind of in the palm muty parts, kind of in those like slower things where it builds into the song.
Yeah.
But like I think style wise, I think they took a lot from Alkaline Trio, and I think musically, I think
Early on.
I think Anthony sounds a lot like Josh Cartier or Carter from the Smoking Popes, and they've toured together many, many times. They're actually touring together this year. I'm really fucking excited. But yeah, Vacancy's cool. I was excited for this one because Colt was such a downer for me. I just did not like Colt at all. And Vacancy has a lot of fucking bangers. I think I've Been Dead All Day was the first single that was released. And I was like, oh, that's a fucking good song. That's just like a really like objectively catchy fucking upbeat song. But then like The Ghost hit, and when I listened to The Ghost, I was like, God damn, that's a fucking banger, because it's just got this like weird, fun kind of Western kind of swing to it that they've never really done before. I don't know. It's upbeat and happy in tone, but it's about him like pleading that he'll change instead of a divorce, which is like sad as fuck, but whatever. Run Springer was my least favorite song, and it's only because the song relied super heavily on Jack, the guitarist, without it actually being a guitar-driven song.
Okay.
And we'll talk about Jack a lot, because out of all the guys in this band, like, dude, Jack slays.
Jack O'Shea. Jack O'Shea.
Jack O'Shea.
What a fucking name. So
That's
my
a
number
cool
8.
fucking name.
It is a cool name. It is a really cool name. And honestly, I like his guitar playing a lot.
Fucking good.
I really do like his guitar playing, but the rest of the band just can't keep up with it. God, the guy should be in a different band.
He's
really,
the musician
really.
of the group. They talk about it all the time.
I
in,
know.
like, interviews and stuff, that they always say like, yeah, Jack is the guy who's like the musician. And whenever we come up with parts or anything, he's the one that says like, oh, well, that doesn't quite make sense because like nobody does it like that, and it doesn't sound good on your ears. So they'll change things here or there. And he pushes them to be better musicians and practice harder. And so whenever they're all out drinking and shit, he'll still be drunk and say, let's go jam. And like, dude, we like just played a show. It's like, let's go jam. And like, whenever someone is like that, you always kind of know either they suck at fucking shit or they're like some savant, and I do think he's an amazing guitar player.
I think he's a very good. Yeah, he's very, very good, and he deserves more than this band. I mean, I get it. Fans love this, and
Dude, this band is like, get out of here.
I know.
He's having a this is a career. Yeah,
we'll get into the whole fan base and all that because it's really fucking cool. It's super rad. But goddamn, dude, the guy needs to be in a better band. So my number 8, Sirens and Condolences, first album from 2004.
You just don't like the true emo stuff. You're
man,
getting
this
into
was
just the rock.
I thought, okay, first album, like they're young, they're gonna do something, kind of unconventional, amateur, but a lot of that stuff can be very charming and fun and really good. Look at the first Thrice record, fucking incredible. But no, man, this is just, dude, it's boring. I'm sorry, this is just straight boring. Nothing overtly bad, but just boring stuff.
There's boring parts to it.
I think Anthony. I think he sounds so much like Jeff Rickley from Thursday, but with zero charisma on this record, zero energy. Like, it's just his vocals destroy. To me, his vocals destroy almost every single song on this record. Just completely brings every single song down on this record. I hate saying it, but
you mean Guardrail? Dude, Guardrail's a banger. Top 10.
There was one good song on here, and it did make my top 10 play. It did make my top 10.
It's the fucking most like aggressive, like rock sounding song.
Also, this band is really good at making or putting like their best song on as the first track on the record, and then it was kind of going a little downhill from there.
The Foo Fighter effect, right?
The Foo Fighter effect, the Kiss
song.
effect, the Kiss effect too. I mean, when we did Kiss a couple months ago, like the first song was always a fucking banger, and then after that, it just went to kind of shit. So that's how I feel about this band, but then also this record too. It just didn't click with me. I thought it was just a really boring record. It lacked a shit ton of energy. Just not for me at all. Banger, masterpiece. Just the heavy low end guitars. It's just a really cool, heavy, groovy kind of song. Even though you have Anthony with his non-charismatic Jeff Rickley vocals, it's still okay. And like I said,
I see where you're coming from with the Jeff Rickley thing, and I get it. But again, Jeff doesn't sing. He whines in an emo fashion. Yeah. Anthony sings, and we'll get to it in the Killing Time episode. Like, dude is a singer, and he tries hard to sing, and he has dynamic.
He sings and he tries. Yes, he does.
And I'll take that over boring frontman any day of the week, and that's why Thursday is Thursday, and Bayside is still putting out new records and damn near selling out shows all the time,
which is fucking super rad. Yeah, this shit's just not for me. I really wanted to like this more. I really did.
You did not want to like this more.
I did. I really did. Because so many people love this band. This is like the Against Me thing, where I wanted to like Against Me so much because people fall head over heels for that fucking band. But I do not get Against Me. I think they're a shit fucking band.
That's crazy.
I really think they're a shit band. Outside of one record, they're a shit band.
Boring ass record.
And it's not their first record, by the way. It's not. It's
new again, new wave, new something, new Jack.
New Wave's their only good record. New Wave is the only good Against Me record.
So nobody ever.
Also, so back to Bayside. This first record is also the only record with this lineup. Bassist Andrew Elderbaum and drummer Jim Mitchell, they left the band right after the tour for this record happened. So yeah, there you go. Banger, like I said, masterpiece. Stinker, synonym for acquiesce. Slower song. It's heavy, but goddamn, it's fucking boring. So Sirens and Condolences, my number 8. What do you got for number 7? Cool.
Number 7, Shudder. I think this might be their most like pop punk of their records. It's very bouncy, very catchy, without like a lot of the heavy riffing of the later records after this. I think almost every song on here is pretty damn catchy and like has its own kind of personality within the record. It's just, it doesn't have a lot of the melodramatic stuff. It doesn't have a lot of the melodramatic emo style vocals that like people like from Anthony and like the way he delivers things. I think it's a great stepping stone for this band because they only get heavier after this, and they also get better at incorporating Anthony's vocals into the heaviness. Because, yeah, I know, when we get into the earlier ones, I'll go over it. But No One Understands my best. This is, I don't know, I just like this song. Shudder's a weird one because I don't hate it, I don't love it, but I do think it's overall better than Vacancy and definitely Cult. But I don't care for it that much. And then Masano, that's the closer. That's my least favorite song. Just a little too goofy there. This is one of those songs where like they spell the words while they sing them right. Like Loveu. Like that shit's dumb, dude. Don't. I'm not a child. Don't spell words like I'm a child.
All right. So that's what you got for number 7. Here we go. 7 for me, Cult, 6th record from 2014. This is just it's more mid-tempo. You know, I don't really care. Honestly, I don't have. This is probably the album I have the least amount of notes for. Coming off of Killing Time, which was it's a pretty good record. These songs are just forgettable. It loses a lot of the momentum of Killing Time, a lot of that energy from Killing Time. I mean, you also lost like a big name producer who put out some like really, really popular records, catchy records as well. Cult just didn't hit for me. I thought it was kind of boring, and I kept thinking like, when is this record over? When is this record over? And it's not even that long of a record. I think it's like 41 minutes or something like that. It's not even long, but I just have nothing really to say about this record. It's just straight boring for me. Banger though, if I had to choose one, Big Cheese. Didn't make my top 10 Bayside list. So if you want to check out our top 10 list of this band's songs, you can go check out our Spotify, DMS, whatever. We'll send you the link. But Big Cheese is my banger. Stinker, Objectiveness. What was it? Objectivist
on Fire.
On Fire. That's my stinker. Just boring. It's lame. Really dumb woes thrown in there. I don't like the song. I know you said it was your banger, and I don't get it. Just don't get it.
Because it's a good song. If there wasn't much bullshit in there, if it was just like him and the guitar, it'd be great. I mean, him and the piano, as we can hear in Killing Time. Just get all that bullshit out of there.
It's not very good. So what do you got for number 6?
Number 6, Interrobang, your probably fucking favorite record. Because I asked you, like, would you buy one of the vinyl? Oh, maybe one of them. And I looked at your playlist, and it's like 15 songs from Interrobang. I was like, oh, okay, he likes Interrobang the most.
But also, when you text me that was before I had only got up through Killing Time on my listen.
Ooh, I hope you buy Killing Time then. That'd be nice.
We'll see.
Interrobang is cool. Like, I see why. So like here on out is not vinyl worthy, but I don't know, man. I probably would buy Interrobang if it came to the store. If it came to the store, I'd take it home, but I wouldn't buy
Desert
it.
Grooves Records.
That huge shout out.
Desert Grooves Records.
So like that's my new criteria. Now, if it comes to the store, I will take it home, but I'm not going to buy it. Interrobang, if it came to the store, I would take it home, but I'm not going to buy this. But I see why people like this record a lot. It's kind of like their punk record. It's a lot of faster songs, a lot of heavy, chuggier songs. And like, I think I would have ranked this higher had it not been for their latest record that came out. But this one, dude, this one's great, man. It has some really, really fucking cool guitar parts. Some of the best we've seen so far in this band until their latest record. So I get why, because people do like this record a lot. I always say people like this record a lot. These fans fucking like every record except for Cult, which is such a fucking weird thing, because the Bayside is a Cult thing. They like all of them except for the album that's called Cult. Anyway, Interrobang, Heaven, that was my banger. This is pretty much like the exact type of song people love this band for. Catchy chorus, like that specific kind of marble mouth thing that he's got going on. Them emo lyrics, I am a loner, right? Oh my God, dude. So like this is it. Like this is why people like Bayside, and it's pretty catchy overall. So I dig it. Walk It Off was my least favorite song. Just like I don't know, the song. I had to choose one. I put Walk It Off. I really don't have any reason why. That's it.
All right. Okay, so my number 6 is people are gonna get mad, but it's okay.
Bayside. That's stupid.
My number 6 is Bayside.
Here's why you're wrong. Here's 15 points why you're wrong.
So second album from 2005, August 2005.
How you high?
Dude, this record, it's honestly, it's a huge step up from the first record. The songs aren't as heavy, but that's okay. There's more of a punk attitude, more of a punk feel to these songs, mixed with some emo. But honestly, it's Anthony's vocals that put this above that first record, because they have improved so dramatically from the first record. God, it was that first record is almost unlistenable because of his vocals. And I like bad vocalists. Don't get me wrong. I like bad vocalists, but
it's all you like.
Yeah, just okay. Settle down. At least if you're a bad vocalist, make it up with some like really good fucking catchy songs. There you go.
Okay.
Which Bayside don't have. But anyway, so yeah, Bayside's Bayside. I think this record is just, it's just run of the mill emo with punk tinges thrown in there. Like it's just not for me. It's really, really not for me. Much like that section of Taking Back Sunday, like the Where You Want to Be record. People fucking love that record. And we actually had somebody comment on yesterday, they commented on our episode about Taking Back Sunday on our rankings episode, and they're like, you guys are fucking crazy for ranking Where You Want to Be so fucking low, or some shit like that. Like that we're fucking out of our minds. And it's like,
because it's just not that great.
It's not that good. And that's how I feel about this Bayside record. It's just, it's so much of its time, and if you have no nostalgia for it, it's so hard to get behind. It's so fucking difficult to get behind. It's not that it's a terrible or a bad record, but it's just, man, you had to have been there. You had to have been there for it. And it's not for me. This record was the last record with, the last record with drummer John Holohan, who actually died while they were touring this record. They hit some black ice in Wyoming. The van went off the road and he died in that accident. And then the bass player Nick, he broke his back on that during that accident as well. But then fucking Anthony and Jack, the singer and guitar player, they finished the rest of the tour acoustic. And then they went on tour the following January and February on a full band tour.
What do you do?
I know, what do you do? But it's just like your friend and bandmate just died. Like, this record came out in August, so they were touring in the fall. And I don't know,
this is one of those things where it's like it's easy and also
so
hard
fast
to be like this armchair like quarterback thing, right? But it's like every band is different, and I have to believe that Anthony and Nick knew the band better than anybody else, and so whatever they decide to do, I have to think like that's what the dead members would have wanted them to do, like that type of thing. Because that seems fucking fast, and it seems very like, damn, that's fucked up, dude. Like, you're just in it for the money, but there was no money. Like, it's not like they're making a fuck ton of money. So I don't know. I do think it was really, really fast. And so the only thing I can think of is just like that was their way to cope and then keep that flame lit. Because I mean that could have easily ended the band. Like, just that could have been the end of the band, easily done forever.
A death in the band, especially a death that tragic for a band that has no presence. Like, it's not like Metallica when Cliff Burton died. I mean, Metallica were a very well established band at the time. A Bayside, who the fuck knew Bayside in 2005?
Yeah, exactly. Touring the same fucking the van, right? It's not like this double-decker bus that Blink tours in. It's a van, dude. They're smelling each other's farts and drinking like fifths of Jack every night. Like, no. So I don't know. It's very, very sad and tragic.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. The whole incident. But yeah, banger off this one, Devotion and Desire. Just heavier, faster song.
Good. That's a good
fucking
song.
Rad solo. That solo in it is really, really fucking rad. Stinker, Don't Call Me a Peanut.
Oh.
Acoustic song. Oh. And dude, it's so whiny. Like, I'm not a fan of Anthony's vocals at all. I think he's literally the worst part of this band. And even his lyrics, we'll get into the lyrics on the main episode.
Lyrics are great.
Yeah, those lyrics are fucking dumb.
We just got fucking Atreyu and act like Atreyu's like,
hey,
God's gift to this earth.
Alex from Atreyu and Anthony from Bayside, they talk about a lot of the same things, but the way they write the lyrics and the way they express their feelings are fucking night and day. Like,
Anthony's more complex. There's layers there. There are
more
things
dude,
that he can
get the fuck out of here.
We'll get into it.
Here.
We'll
Alex
get into it.
Okay.
I got receipts, kid. I got receipts, girl.
Okay. So anyway, Bayside's Bayside is my number 6.
That's wrong.
I can't believe we're only on number 6 right now. What do you got for number 5?
Because you keep saying dumb things and just triggering me. I'm triggered. All
right. So what do you got for number 5?
There are worse things than being alive. Their latest record from last year. This is a fucking banger of a record, dude. It's way more aggressive and way more fun than I thought it was going to be last year. And it's very much more in line with Killing Time than it is anything else. But also getting into some like metalcore territory. And like, yes, like the Ice Nine Kills song is on there, which is also a fucking cool ass song. Ice Nine Kills is a dumb band, but they do have some bangers out there. Every band has I think every band we've ever done has at least a couple bangers.
Yeah,
and that's fine. And this might be Einstein Kill's best song actually. It's a song they did with Bayside. But it is super heavy. This whole album is very super heavy. It's very melodic, and like Jack, dude, my fucking God. This is like his guitar record. This is his Guitar Hero record. He rips this one up left and right.
Yeah, he does.
I really like this because, like, dude, 20 fucking years this band's been get the fuck out of here, bug. Why is there a bug why is there a bug in my room? Where did you even come from? This band's been together for 20 fucking years, and they're still pushing themselves to be like better, tighter, just more aggressive. I think it's fucking amazing. The Devils, though, the opener, that's the dumb catchy song. It's cheesy because of the way it's delivered, right? That whole like kind of like an Irish drinking song, but like in a weird alt rock emo way. I'm So Happy I Could Die. That was my least favorite song, but I really do like this song a lot. It's just the closer, and I don't think it should have been the closer. And it's also easy to hate on a closer type like this, but damn, it's a good fucking song. Because he's talking about like that's how happy he is, but he's still unhappy, and that was good. That's good.
Okay.
I'd take this home if it came to the store.
You would take all these home if they came into the store.
Probably.
So my number 5 is Vacancy, 7th record from 2016. This has a lot of Jimmy Eat World, a shit ton of Jimmy Eat World on here. With the guitar playing, the structuring of the songs, some cool rock and roll moments throughout here, some really cool guitar leads. But once again, that's Jack O'Shea. I think he's a solid guitar player with some really cool licks. But in the end, there's also some Theater Kid moments, and where your My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco kind of elements to some of these songs, and it's just. I don't like that. I don't like it. I think it's so over the top. I think it's so cheesy. I think I don't dig that part of it. And as the band has gone album after album over the years, you hear more and more of the Theater Kid stuff. Not for me. But in the end, I mean, this album's not terrible. It's not the best. This is very, very obviously mid-tier Bayside. So Banger, The Ghost, has that rock and roll feel with that guitar riff, killer fucking guitar riff. This song is actually really fucking good.
They made both of our top 10s.
I know that the guitar leads, the guitar playing on the song is so fucking good, and not one of their songs sounds like this. This is truly their outlier song. I think this song and probably Bury Me are their two truly outlier songs.
I will change.
But yeah, I mean it's a killer. It's a banger. So Stinker, I've Been Dead All Day. Has that
dead all day.
It has that swingy feel, but
so catchy though.
It has that Theater Kid, just fucking My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco feel to it. I don't like that style. I think it's so dumb.
It's not that you don't like the style. You try really hard to pretend that you don't like the style.
No, I don't
That's
like
what
it.
Is.
It's like Green Day on American Idiot. It's the same thing. It's that swingy Theater Kid style that I don't like. I think it's so I can't even think of the right word to explain it, and my dislike for it. Nah, I don't like it.
It's just because like all you think of theater is just like high school drama class, whereas like,
and that's what this is.
A lot of like goofy,
it's so amateur.
Like, theaters. I mean, that doesn't have to be amateur. It just
but this is okay. So it's like
relating to.
Okay,
it's like,
okay, and
that's why you don't like it.
And this is why because when you think of theater, you think like professional singers, like really, really good professional theater singers. They're fucking great. But then you get these bands, Bayside, Panic at the Disco is actually the exception because Brendan Urie is actually an amazing, talented musician. But
you don't like Panic at the Disco.
I don't. But I respect Brendan Urie because I think he's extremely talented.
And that's like the most like Theater Kid of all of them, besides My Chemical Romance.
Okay, so let me get back to my point.
And not even because of Brandon, because of what happened on their first record, because of the theatrics on the first record.
Let me get back to this. So you keep interrupting me, but that's okay.
Well, because you're not even saying anything. You're saying
because you're not letting me finish. You're not letting me finish.
Like poop is coming out of your mouth.
So theater is great. The singers are great in normal theater, but these punk bands that are coming out, My Chemical Romance, American Idiot from Green Day,
that's punk.
But these are essentially punk bands, punk adjacent punk bands. These guys are trying to make theater music, theater like really good production music, but they're just not talented enough to do so. So it comes off as very amateur.
American Idiot is not talented enough to do so?
I'm just saying, compared to like, you're not going to compare Billy Joe to like a truly talented, like awesome fucking singer or truly awesome musician. Yeah, he's great at what he does. I mean, he's really
a great
good.
Musician.
He's really good. No, he is really good. But you're not going to compare him to like, it's like, what am I trying to make the comparison of? I just don't know enough about theater to name names and songs and shit like that. But it's just like one's like amateur theater and one is like professional theater.
I think like because
Bayside falls under amateur theater. So does MCR. So does Green Day of that era falls under amateur theater. I feel Panic falls under professional theater. I don't like it. I don't like Brendan Urie. I don't like that style, but I respect him for what he does because I think he is truly talented.
I think like theater to us, because like high school drama, high school has to teach us the classics, right? So like Shakespeare, Arthur Miller, like these playwrights that are like, that is theater, but like like theater exists outside of the classics, right? And so it's hard. I don't know. It's hard because it's like us trying to like write a play. Like that would be wacky and stupid. But if we had written a play, it would be more in line with like American Idiot than it ever would be with like Merchant in Venice, right? With anything Shakespeare's ever done. If we had to write a play like you and I, it would be more in line with that.
Because we're not professional. We're amateurs. That's why. That's
most
my
playwrights are amateurs when they're writing plays. Like,
but that's my
silly
point.
Boy talk.
That's
no,
my point.
You're just indoctrinated to think that like plays have to be fucking like old. They cannot be new. Like no, dude.
No.
People are still writing plays to this day, and they are good. They are solid. The Broadway performance of Wicked is fucking solid. The movie was shit. Yeah, no, but the Broadway performance of it is absolutely solid.
I agree. Because that's professional. That's professional, dude. So anyway, Bayside's Bayside.
You being a whiny B.
Or no,
tonight.
Vacancy. I'm sorry.
You being a WB
Vacancy
tonight. I don't like it.
Vacancy is my number 5. All right, so what do you have for number 4 on the rankings? What do you got? Go.
Remember the claps? All right, number 4. Anyway, Sirens and Condolences, their first record, 04. I definitely think his vocals are in their infancy here. He doesn't have a lot of range, doesn't have a lot of dynamic. He just kind of gets higher pitched here and there, rather than like really belting it out. But it works for this record. My biggest issue here is kind of what you said earlier, is how sandwiched this record is. Like the banger of a tracks for me are in the beginning and the end. So the middle ground does like lose a little bit of momentum and kind of gets in the territory of boring. But I don't know. It's cool to hear an album like this in an era of pop punk emo, because this is darker. It's more macabre. It's more aggressive, kind of like in the lines of Alkaline Trio, but still something different. Because this band should never have been classified ever, and it was a lot, but it should never have been classified as pop punk. This is an alt rock band with like emo leanings. And that's really what they should have always been classified as. Like song structures are like a rock band, right? Guitar solos, fucking the way they set their songs up. Heavy songs like a rock band, but just emo lyrics. But Guardrail, dude, Guardrail's like it's a top 10 for me. But we'll get into the nostalgia factor for all these things. This is one of Renee's favorite songs, so I've heard it a lot of times. But I do enjoy it. So I don't know. It's got that emo sound that is era appropriate, as Holt would say. Symphony for Acquiesce. That's my least favorite song. Definitely the slowest and most kind of boring song on the record. Also, what's interesting too about this song is, I should put this in the notes for next week for you. This intro is identical to Tiny Voices. That ding.
From Boxcar Racer?
Yeah, identical to Tiny Voices.
Tiny Voices.
But that's it though. Just the noodling. But later on, some of the melodies here are very much like Little Death by Plus 44. So it's weird.
Little Death makes life more meaningful.
I'll put this in the notes to remind myself, but like you listen to this one again and like only listen for the intro to Tiny Voices and then parts of Little Death, and you'll be, holy shit, this is both of those.
Okay.
It's good. It's fun. I like to have a good time. I don't know if you like to have a good time. Probably not. I like to have a good time.
Not with this band. Not with this band, no. No. All right, so my number 4. Drinking a Blue Moon right there? What is that? What you got?
Yeah, well, I bought a fucking 35 pack when you came over. We had
bought a 12 pack. You bought a 12 pack.
Yeah, we bought.
And then we right when I got there, we each had 2, so we had 4 altogether, and then you left it in the garage.
That's right.
You just fucking left it in the garage.
I had 8 more. I had 8 more to drink.
That fucking guy. So my number 4, Shudder, 4th record from 2008. This is probably the most Weezer sounding record, not just guitar playing and transition wise, but also vocally. A lot of those melodies are very, very Rivers, but in a good way. Like I think they did a really good job of wearing their influences on their sleeve. I think they did a good job. Honestly, I think they did a really good job. There's still a lot of the emo stuff on there, but just good pop rock songs, good pop rock melodies on this record. Good. It was enjoyable. I really actually kind of enjoyed this record, Shudder. I think
we're getting into the one territory now. Good.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we haven't even talked about that. So we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album. 1. So 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to, 1 is a bad album but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. So with Shudder, I would give this like a 1.5, a 1.5 out of 3. So it's definitely worth listening to. I'm never going to go back to it again, but this is just not my style. It's not my thing. So that's why I'm not going to go back to it.
Okay, girl.
So yeah, my banger, No One Understands. Stinker is, I have no idea how to pronounce this. Moshanu? Masenu? I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's a figure skater. Like I just Googled it. It was like a girl figure skater. So I don't know.
Just a boring acoustic song, cheesy fucking melody. Did not like it. So, Shudder, my number 4. What do you got for number 3?
It's weird too because we got like my top 4. I think I want to get on the vinyls, and I have 3 of my top 4 in the store right now. But I just don't know if I'm ready to take home Silences and Condolences. I don't know if I'll do it. But anyway, walking through. Number 3 is The Walking Wounded. That's coming home with me tomorrow. I'm gonna fuck. So you'll see me posted on the Instagrams, and 2 out of those 4 things I will post is going to be taken home with me. So
the worst record, man. Worst record.
This is where they became Bayside. This is like for better for worse. Like this
and for worse, yes.
This is like this is their sound. Their sound is cemented on this record. It's further explored on subsequent records. I think this is what they always had wanted to sound like. It took a tragedy to get to this point. This, I mean, like you said, it came off a really bad accident, and then the drummer died and everything. So, but I think this is where it is. This is no longer in contention for even being like an emo band. They are not a pop punk band. I don't think they ever wanted to be, but they were thrust into that category. I always like to think of Bayside as like being a part of the scene, but never defined by the scene. Like so many bands were defined by the scene. Hawthorne Heights, defined by the scene. There's so many bands that just fell into that trap, and Bayside was thrust into that category, but always hated the moniker. And The Walking Wounded is the first time when you really hear like, oh, these guys are not like normal, stereotypical mid-late 2000s emo pop punk. There's none of that on there. There's emo, but there's no pop punk on this record. And I think that's why it kind of gets a little bit boring, because especially in the middle area too, like the sandwich thing, which like we talked about. You said it. Like they do that a lot, but the middle area is kind of really explore like their songwriting. And I think Jack is not just a killer guitarist, but I think he drives the songwriting forward. He makes everyone else work for their money. He makes things better in the way that like he knows what music should be or should not be, and he pushes them to just like, why are you writing that? Why? How can you make it better? And he pushes people to be better and better and better, including Anthony, including not just Anthony's guitar playing, but also his vocals. Like now is when like on The Walking Wounded, I think is the beginning of Anthony taking himself seriously as a vocalist. So,
all right.
Duality, okay. That's my banger from this one. Dude, so goddamn good. It's like one of their biggest songs too. I don't give a fuck. Head on a Plate, that's my least favorite. Honestly, I love this album through and through. It's only because of that intro, that palm mute thing. I just think it was out of place and goofy because they added chimes to it. Like, why the fuck do you add chimes to like an aggressive palm mute? That's dumb. Don't like it. Fuck off. Fuck off then.
All right.
Number 3.
My number 3 is what do we got here? Killing Time.
Oh,
Killing Time, the album of the week.
so Interrobang's number 1, and their latest album is number 2. Okay, gotcha.
Okay, we'll see. Killing Time, yeah, 5th record from 2010. This is my number 3. And people listening, if you want to hear us talk about this album, Killing Time, go listen to the main episode. We break this record down, get into the lyrics, how it was made, all the music and everything in between. So go listen to that.
Don't be a little bee and be like, oh, dude, you talk about Killing Time. Like a little fucking idiot like that one guy.
Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
I'm only saying that guy because I don't know his name. If I did know his name, I would still name drop his name.
Not that it even matters. He commented on some AFI episode we did several months ago.
Just being a little bee.
Being a little bee.
That stands
all
for
right,
bitch.
so it's true, dude.
Or butt.
What do you got for number 2? Go.
Or breadstick. You want to be a little breadstick. Number 2 is Baysides from the 2005's year we graduated high school. Second record. This is very close to their first record. Almost like entirely very, very close, except that it's harder, it's heavier. I think this is the start of their actual sound. That first record was written a lot by like guys that are not in the band by the time the second record hit. So Anthony doesn't sing a lot from there, except for like Guardrail. He sings that one because that's a fan favorite. But like this is like the start, right? A lot of chuggy guitar riffs, a lot of solos. Like who the fuck is doing solos this much at this time? Like there's not a lot of like
good at solos.
He only got better too. So really like there wasn't a lot of there for sure shit was a lot of pop punk bands or emo bands doing solos on every fucking song in 2005, and not just like solos in every song, but like noodling. Like he just especially on Killing Time, he just never shuts the fuck up. He just constantly goes. So that's why I like this one a lot. Also, like all the while, they keep their image as like the emo alt rockers, which again I'm going to call them like alt rock emo because I think that's the better moniker than like pop punk emo or punk rock emo. I think they're like alt rock kids who just had like emo leanings, I guess. It's a great output of like all of that stuff. But I was late to this game, but I do think this is a bang of a record, and it's something that I should have been. Actually, I think even because I don't know, I'll get to my origin story. Devotion to Desire, that's an easy favorite. It's one of the few Bayside songs that I did hear before Renee. I didn't think it was a banger then, and I would not have. I've thought like, oh, I'm going to listen to this band more often. But I was like, damn, this is that song that I heard that one time, and it's cool, and I do like it, and I love like his wailing on it. I like Anthony's voice. Dear Tragedy is my least favorite song. Just because I think like the record should have ended with Peanut, because I love fucking Peanut. But I love this chorus so much in Dear Tragedy. So that's it. That's all I got for the rankings.
All right. So my number 2 is There Are Worse Things Than Being Alive.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Their newest record from 2024, their 9th record. Honestly, their last 2 records they put out are the heaviest things they've ever put out. And I like heavier music. Not to say I don't like quieter, more melancholy emo music, because I do love a lot of that stuff too. Especially when a band does it right. Bayside doesn't do it that well. Honestly, they don't do the heavy stuff perfect as well. Like, be better heavier bands. But in the end, I prefer heavy. This is one of the heavier records. There's a song on here, my banger, which is How to Ruin Everything, Patience. That is the heaviest riff they've ever thrown down on any of their records. Also, that wonky fucking solo on that song is insanely cool. It's insanely good. The guitar leads are killer. Jack O'Shea kills it on the guitar on this particular song and really on this record. But yeah, no,
so
this
you do like
record,
Ice Nine Kills.
No, I don't. No, that band fucking sucks.
Well, you like that's your favorite song, so.
Well, okay, but I don't like that band. That's okay. It's like I like some songs from Bayside, but I don't really like the band, and I would never go see them.
So like the song itself said that it features Ice Nine Kills, and I couldn't see anywhere like what part of Ice Nine Kills. Was it the whole band?
It was just the vocal. I think it was just the vocals.
Well, you think that, but I couldn't find anything that confirms that, because I thought also that it was just the vocals. But I also thought like, damn, that guitar part you're talking about, and that guitar part in question, I was like, damn, that is something that like Jack O'Shea he could do, but he has not ever done. So like this could be the start of him doing it. But I also thought like maybe the whole band of Ice Nine Kills is in there.
He's done plenty of wonky solos, but nothing this wonky.
Yeah,
but he's done wonky shit.
That's why I think maybe like it was more than just the vocalist, because even on Discogs too, it doesn't say specifically which member of Ice Nine kills. So I don't know.
You could hear in the vocals, you could hear the vocal difference between the two, between Anthony and whoever the singer for Ice Nine Kills is. So you can hear that difference. But yeah, musically, I don't know if the other guys were involved.
We're not huge fans of either of these bands to differentiate the two.
No.
I don't know.
So, but overall, I mean, this song for a band that's 20 years into their career, put out their 9th record, to come out with something this heavy hitting, this hard, this late in their career is super fucking rad. It's super cool. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they changed it up. I mean, a lot of their music got so stale so quick. So for them to throw a lot of good energy, a lot of aggression into some of these songs, I mean, why the hell not? I mean, yeah, you might be in your mid 40s, but who gives a fuck? You can still fucking fucking jam out and make some good fucking songs. And that's what this record is. It has some great parts on it. So it has some of the heaviness from Interrobang, but it also has a lot of the good pop punk elements in the halftime choruses, which honestly, it sounds really good. Like the back and forth between the pop punk and the heavy aggressive stuff works really fucking well. So yeah, I don't know. I think this is a good record. And I will say this, I know you love this other band that I'm about to mention, but A Day to Remember, the way that Bayside does the heaviness on the last two records, I honestly think is better than what A Day to Remember does. I think you've forgotten what A Day to Remember sounds like. I remember.
A Day to Remember is metalcore, bro.
I know.
They do metalcore just as good as Atreyu does metalcore.
Dude, shut the fuck up. They do.
They just don't lean so heavily into it. Atreyu only does metalcore. A Day to Remember does metalcore, but they do pop punk. They do soft stuff. Atreyu only does one thing. So I think you've forgotten how tight and how good and how fast and how everything is just as good as Atreyu with A Day to Remember. But that's okay. We're getting older now. I get it.
So
memories are going.
So there are worse things than being alive is my number 2. Oh, so yeah, I already said my banger. My stinker is Got to Hell. Mid-tempo, just I'm sick of these kinds of songs. The over-the-top theater kid kind of stuff. I don't care.
You and your fucking the blanket term of theater kid.
I know,
is ridiculous.
but theater kid. I know. I agree. And I hate
ridiculous.
I hate
that should go on. That's about to go on the no-no list.
I
tread
agree.
lightly. Tread lightly.
It should. No, I agree. I think it should go on the no-no list, but I can't think of a better word to describe the type of music. If you can think of a better word, then I will gladly use that word, because I'm sick of using theater kid stuff.
You could at least you could at least say like the Black Parade era theater kid. That would be a better moniker.
Okay.
Or descriptor, because then that's a specific thing rather than I don't know, the fucking 90s era theater kid who are like.
Okay, fair. I'll just say MCR theater kid or Panic theater kid, something like that. Because I think I'm using this term a lot, and I don't.
It's just kind of pop punk. That's almost like pop punk theater kid, I guess.
Yeah.
But even then, because dude, American Idiot is not American Idiot should not be clumped in together with Black Parade. It just shouldn't.
But it still has a lot of those elements.
It does, but it's better. Even if you don't like American Idiot, it is better.
It is. No, I agree. American Idiot is better than the Black Parade, but it still has the same elements. So anyway, number 1, what do you got?
Killing Time.
Killing Time. Okay, the album of the week. So there you go.
There you go.
We'll get into that on the main episode.
Listen to it.
My number 1, Interrobang, 8th record from 2019. I don't care, man. This album's pretty fucking good.
I told you. I know you did. This one or the last one.
You did. You said the last 2 albums you're probably gonna like more than everything else, and it's true. It's fine. You know me. We've known each other.
I know you better than you know yourself.
We have known each other.
You just said it.
We've known each other for.
We could wrap the pod up right now and never do it again. I'd be happy with.
We have known each other for almost literally 24 years.
24
years.
Kobe's number.
2001, September 2001. That's when you and I met. September 2001. So we're almost there. Almost to 24 years.
Yeah, and 10 years before Killing Time came out. That's crazy.
Yes. So you know me. We know each other very well. We know what we like musically. We get it. So yeah, no, this record is actually, it has a lot of really good heavy moments. It actually reminded me a lot of when we did Census Fail, and we got to those 2 random records kind of in the middle of their discography. The Renacer. And then the other record that I actually have on vinyl, but I can't remember the name of it right now.
I thought you have Renacer. You know,
No.
Renacer? No.
It's like $150. I'm not going to drop that much on it.
Huh.
But I got the other one that came out after that
What
record.
the fuck? You have Census Fails on the vinyls? Is
I do have Census Fail. Yeah. I can't even remember the name of it. But anyway, no, it just reminds me of Census Fail in that they put out a couple of really heavy fucking records that sound nothing like anything they've ever done.
oh my god, the Fire! You have the Fire,
Is it the Fire? I don't know.
the
Are
one
you
that came out
looking at my
before.
Discogs?
No, I'm looking at
Was it before?
The Fire came out before, and then Pull the Thorns from Your Heart came out after.
I can't even remember the name of it right now. I'm looking at my collection right
It's
now.
probably Pull the Thorns because that's more like metalcore.
Oh shit!
Ah, dude, but Let It Unfold You. That's a banger of a fucking
Let It
record.
Unfold You.
You're crazy.
That Census Fail record is not that great.
Yeah, see, that's something. Like when people say that, it's in the same vein of like when people say like, oh, like the Beatles are overrated, or like, oh, the Beach Boys are better than the Beatles. People that say that are just dumb.
Honestly, I don't have the Census Fail record in my Discogs list.
That's what I say.
Wait, I'm probably gonna cut this part out because now I'm.
Well, I was making a joke because I said the people that say what you said are the people that say the Beatles are overrated and the Beach Boys are better than the Beatles.
Are you just trying to make me mad? What do you
That's
do?
what I say. I say those things.
Oh, that's true. You do.
I was. What do you call it in volleyball? I was throwing you one up to throw it down. What do they call them? Like the spikes.
Spiking. Yeah, spiking.
Spiking. Volleyball's dumb. They're stupid. It's literally like volleyball's literally a girl sport.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
It's literally a girl sport.
Okay, so the Census Fail record I was referring to that I have on vinyl is "Pull the Thorns from Your Heart." That's the one I have.
That's the more metalcore.
So that one and Renacer are the two Census Fail records that are super fucking heavy, and the outliers from that band, and with Bayside, the two outliers.
The outliers from that band.
And the outliers from
That's
Bayside
funny.
are the last two records. And honestly, the better records. In my opinion, they are the better records. I like heavier stuff. I think there's more energy, more excitement. It seems like the band's having more fun. Jack O'Shea gets to like shred it up a little bit on this record too. Like he's having a lot of fun. A lot of really killer fucking guitar leads on this one. A lot of fucking killer solos. Of course, there are moments that are like kind of the pop punky, kind of silly stuff, kind of cheesy and lame. But overall, dude, these songs are pretty fucking good. I might get this on vinyl. I might get this record.
Get this on vinyl for $5.
Oh fuck yeah, for $5.
What if it was $20?
I would get it for $20, but that's it.
Nice.
I would not go above $20. I would not go above
Nice.
$20. Not above $20. Banger, Bury Me. It's an absolute fucking banger. I mean, the riffage on this one is so fucking good. It has so much energy. It drives along so fucking well. It's aggressive, and that solo is absolutely killer. I love Bury Me. This is the best song from this band. Stinker is Walk It Off. It's fine. It's just a little bit lackluster. It's at the end of the second to last song, because the last song is actually a really good song.
You just like Bury Me because it sounds like it would be from like a late 70s, early 2000s, early 80s, like Van Halen type of band.
No, it also sounds like it could be an Every Time I Die song. Like it's like a knockoff Every Time I Die song, which is not a bad thing because Every Time I Die are fucking great. But that's what Bury Me is. So that's my number one. And Terabang,
okay,
my favorite.
Those
my
are
favorite
rankings.
Bayside record.
You did your rankings. Those are rankings.
There we go. So, real quick, we made a top 10 list of our favorite Bayside songs. So we're gonna run through those real quick because this is our new thing. This is our new segment. Why not? And so let's get into it.
Why'd the pull yours up? 0 equals
6.
2 skis. There you go. All right, go ahead. Oh, God,
I'm not ready.
So we'll go through your number 10. Your number 10 is already gone. That's good. That's the only thing you have from Killing Time. Because I'm already gone. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's a good song. That's a banger. That made my top 10. That's fine.
But yours was a lot higher than mine. That's
We'll go through yours and then go through mine.
Okay. So then yeah, what's your number 10? So your number, or should I just say?
Literally just said we'll go through yours, then we'll go through mine.
Okay, so then go. What do you got? Number 10.
What part of like we'll go through yours
What?
and then we'll go through mine? Do you not understand?
Because we just went through mine. We just
we'll go
said
through
already
all.
gone.
Sorry, okay, maybe I should be more specific. We'll go through your top 10 and then we'll go through my top 10.
Oh, okay. So you want to go? Okay, got it.
Yeah, I thought it was.
You weren't specific.
You're right.
But,
You're right. All right. I guess
because normally we
more
go
specific.
back and forth, even
normally
though last
we do. But it's hard to go because I can't have them both open. Okay,
settle down.
I can't have them both open.
Well, I have both open, but that's okay.
How?
Anyway,
I only have one
number
screen.
10. Number 10. Already gone for me from Killing Time.
I live in a household with 45 fucking screens.
I have
all over
one
the
screen.
house.
I'm literally looking at one screen.
You're like Steve Jobs over here with all the screens in your fucking house.
My number 9 is How to Ruin Everything from There Are Worse Things. So their second to last record, killer song. Number 8, Masterpiece from Sirens and Condolences. Number 7,
heaviest, most aggressive song on the record.
That's true, dude.
It's good.
Number 7, The Devils from There Are Worse Things. Killer
Good song, super cheesy, but still fucking good.
Still good. Number 6, Big Cheese.
Big Cheese song.
Big Cheese. It's a really good song, man. It's a really, really good song. From Cult. This is the only song from Cult I put on here. And like I said earlier, Cult is not that great of a record. But this is a really good song. Big Cheese is good. Number 5, Interrobang, the title track from Interrobang. Opener, great fucking song. Number 4, Hello Shitty from Self-Titled, Bayside.
So good.
Killer fucking song.
So like that song, the guitar, like what he's doing in the riffage there, very much reminds me of like stuff that like Weezer did in the early days, especially like Paper Face kind of thing. Just very transitioning from like major chord and then doing like a minor thing, like right during like the main riff of it. That's a good song.
Great song.
That's a good point.
I know. Number 3 for me, The Ghost from the Vacancy record. Talked about this earlier. We both really love this song. I mean, it's good. It's one of really the true outlier songs from this band. The Ghost it's so good. Number 2, White Flag, the closer on Interrobang. Just a true fucking kind of aggressive banger. So good. Number 1, Bury Me, also from Interrobang. Second song, I think second or third song on the record. Just, I already talked about it. Their best song. Bury Me is their best song. I don't care. I don't make the rules. So let's get into your top 10. What do you got for number 10?
Cool. Let's run through them here. Blame It on Bad Luck from Baysides.
Blame It on My Youth.
Bad Luck. Masterpiece, Sirens. We talked about that one. Duality from Walking Wounded. Banger of a song.
Yeah, that's not
Already
true.
Gone. Because I'm already gone. So we have Already Gone. Masterpiece is overlapping.
Overlapping, okay.
Overliers. Masterpiece, Already Gone. The Devils, that's overlapping. The Ghost, overlapping. And then my top 4, like these are pretty much like cemented. Maybe like they could move like 2, 3, and 4. But my number 1 is my number 1. Guardrail. I think you hated Guardrail. Guardrail.
No, this wasn't a stinker for me, but it definitely was not a banger.
That whole dee ding, and then Don't Call Me a Peanut, which I think you fucking hated. I think you put it as your stinker.
Yeah, I did put this as my stinker from Bayside's Bayside.
But like
that is the worst song on
this
it.
Is the most like dashboard song they've ever done. So like that checks, right? Then number 2, 666, sick. And then number 1, The New Flesh from Killing Time, which is my favorite Bayside song. So
you forgot to put Bury Me on this list, but
I'm not a stereotypical fucking one-minded pony that just likes the same type of song over and over. I like little
one-minded
nuance.
One-minded pony.
It's the best I can come up with so fast.
Doesn't even make sense.
Look how black this fucking banana is, dude. It gets blacker and blacker.
Banana.
Why is it getting blacker?
That is a black banana.
Is that bad? Like a carbon dioxide leak or some shit in here?
I don't know why. You've only had it up.
It wasn't this bad when I showed you earlier.
No, it wasn't.
Either.
No, it was not. And that was like 30 minutes ago. It was not that black.
Crazy.
Anyway, so who cares about bananas? Thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all.
I will change. I will change.
Do it.